Hundreds of former Obama administration officials have endorsed Elizabeth Warren. And so this proves a theory that I had earlier in the week right, and I'm going to replay that theory for you in just a moment. But before I do, let me give you the details on who exactly is endorsing her. According to The Hill, the endorsements came after a campaign by Sara El-Amine and John Carson, who respectively served as national director of former President Obama's 2012 re-election campaign and national field director for his 2008 campaign prior to joining the administration. Both later worked on Organizing for America, the Obama Grassroots Organizing Network. Now, Sara El-Amine told CNN, quote, "We are a group that really uniquely knows that electability is self-determining and that oftentimes it's the people with the boldest vision and the most unlikely candidacies early on who can really shift the field. Senator Warren really has the zest," I love when people use the word zest, I'm not being sarcastic there, "and the grit and the gumption and the audacity that we loved that President Obama really embodied." So look, Cenk, before you share your commentary, I just want to go back long ago to yesterday when we were talking about a speech that Obama gave recently. And in that speech, he was saying all these like bad things about old white men and all these wonderful things about women. And so we were just speculating that it seems like he's endorsing Elizabeth Warren without really saying it. And then I started thinking about her policy proposals and how she kind of pivoted on Medicare for All. She's not really as fierce on Medicare for All as she used to be. And so here's what my theory was, and I just want to show you so I can say that I was right.
And then which of the candidates are women? Well, of the leading four, it's Elizabeth Warren. So is he backing Warren? Does he think Biden and Buttigieg and Bernie should get out of the race and Warren should win?
Do you think that's part of the reason why Warren has been advised to kind of move away from some of the progressive policy proposals like Medicare for All?
Oh, I have no idea. I mean, that's total speculation.
Yeah, no, I know, of course, but I just think it's interesting. It's interesting that in this event he felt the need to, trash old people and then, say nice things about women. Now, it really depends on who the audience is. Maybe he was pandering to the audience. I have no idea. All I know is
maybe he wants Tulsi.
Maybe he's a huge fan of Tulsi Gabbard. Who knows? Not a fan of Tulsi Gabbard.
No. Yeah, no, credit where credit is due. I said right in the beginning, he's probably backing Warren. You saw it in the clip. What are you talking about?
I know, but so my theory was a little more like meaty than that, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, I want to give Anna credit. So when I read this story from today, I was like, oh, Anna might have been right. Maybe that's why Warren is headed more in a moderate direction.
Yes.
And so, look, knowing what I know. Getting endorsements is a process and it takes a while and you have to court people, etc. normally, okay? So that's 200 Obama people that they had to court. What was that courting process? Okay, and what direction did it make them go in? So now, look, there's people who worked for Obama who are wonderful people and really smart and some who are very progressive. But a lot of the people who worked for Obama are not Obama. And Obama was a unique talent in terms of politics, but everybody, victory has 1,000 fathers, right? So anybody who ever worked for Obama is like, I'm no Obama person. I worked on Obama campaign, Obama team, Obama administration, right? So some of those folks, some of the senior level folks, went to Beto O'Rourke's campaign and absolutely broke it in half, destroyed it, pulverized it. They don't know what the hell they're doing. And they're like, oh, Beto O'Rourke, you got to get rid of your grassroots volunteers. Nobody wants volunteers. No, you do. You run a regular campaign where you tell people corporations are good and whatever. To be fair to Beto, he didn't say corporations are good. But they ran a very standard establishment campaign and they ruined Beto. Beto as a Senate candidate was a much more interesting candidate,
yes,
much more grassroots. The Obama people, and they're not a monolith, they're different Obama people, right? But a lot of the Obama team is stuck in the old ways, the establishment ways, and are not progressive. So now if they've gone over to Warren, no wonder they're destroying her campaign.
What's really interesting though, well, I love that you just said that because once she pivoted away from bold progressivism, especially when it comes to Medicare for all, she started experiencing that little dippy dip, right, in the polls. And so again, it's my theory, it's our theory that moving away from progressivism actually hurt her. But she's made a calculation here, and the calculation is, well, Obama still has a high approval rating, and getting the endorsements of all these former Obama administration officials is gonna help me. So that remains to be seen. We'll see how it plays out.
No, it's not. I can tell you right now.
Yeah.
My political analysis, and I haven't been too wrong on this. You can hate me all you want, but that's a fact. Is that, and I said it ahead of time. I've said it ahead of time every time during this campaign. I told you when Yang was gonna go up. I told you when Warren was gonna go up. I told you when Warren was gonna go down. I told you when Sanders was gonna go up. All of it has happened. You saw it with your own eyes. And so when Warren started becoming less progressive, I told you she was gonna go down, and she did go down. She's gonna keep going in this direction. She's gonna go continue to go further and further down. They're gonna destroy her campaign just like they did Beto's. Okay, so now again, it's different people, but it's the same groupthink. And now, look, along those lines, remember, I'm the guy that everybody charged with being biased in favor of Elizabeth Warren, and there is some truth to that. I mean, I saw a picture that we were showing in the hoodie, and I was like, she looks good in that hoodie. That's such a good hoodie. That's how biased I am in favor of Elizabeth Warren. Why? She earned it. She kicks bank. See, she does look good.
She did earn it. She does look good in that hoodie.
Okay, looks so comfortable. That's the right hoodie to wear. Anyway. So she kicked bankers' ass for a living. She set up the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. She got you $12 billion back. I endorsed Bernie Sanders because he was more solidly progressive and didn't waffle. It turns out, unfortunately, I was right about that. Fortunately for Bernie Sanders, unfortunately for a wonderful progressive like Elizabeth Warren, she's taking the wrong counsel.
Yes.
And so last thing, the reason I brought up all that thing about being right is that the mainstream media is gaslighting everyone again for the millionth time. They're saying the reason her polling numbers are going down is because she went too progressive. It's demonstrably false. It's not fact-based, it's alternative facts. She clearly went less progressive. That's just a fact. And they're like, no. How did she go more progressive? She's backing away from Medicare for all. How could you possibly say backing away from Medicare for all is more progressive? It clearly is not. They just repeat things that aren't true because it doesn't fit their narrative. They're unbelievable. So I say this as an ally of Elizabeth Warren, as someone who respects her tremendously. Get rid of these folks. I know it's too late. You're not gonna get rid of 200 endorsements from the Obama team. I know you've decided to go in that direction. And I guess if you're a Bernie Sanders supporter, you should be happy because she's gonna lose more support. Bernie's likely to gain more support. But I just feel bad for her because I think that she's a wonderful progressive, and she got led down the wrong road here, and it's not going to lead her to winning. It's going to lead her to getting eliminated.
She'd be a good Treasury Secretary in Bernie's administration.
She'd be amazing at 1,000 positions, all top level. But she's got to get away from these establishment folks that don't know anything about politics. Thanks for watching the Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.